Hello, hello. I believe we are back with more Disco Elysium with me, the Demon Forever. After yet another 2 weeks, I think, of not playing the game, I have come back again to play and continue at day 2 again. Depending how this goes, because it's so tricky to find time to actually stream. After this stream, depending how this week goes and so on, I may end up playing the game offline, or if anything I will just record it first and then maybe comment on it. I don't know, basically. I may just create 2 saves and one where I just play the game as is on my own, but you know what, that's a different time to think about that. That's not right now. First things first, as always, I will try to make sure that the audio stream is going well. Let me just see if we can hear audio. Yeah, that sounds okay. So the one thing that I have to be very aware of is the fact that sometimes my voice can be very low, sometimes it can get higher, and just try to be consistent with that. I do happily have a new USB cable for my controller, so hopefully all those ins and out won't be an issue anymore. However, it is very long. I got a very long wire. But, whatever. Now. So we just came out of that session where there was the ledger, wasn't there? We were reading through the ledger, and now it's an item that we can equip. And it was, basically reading through the past kind of knocked us up, which is understandable. Our main goal now is to talk to Everard. I don't really want to get help from him. But that's the path right now. We'll just talk to him and see if we can. If it's too much of a pain, if he asks too much of us, then we will just find another way. Is there something new up here? No. Okay, is there like a... Yeah, okay, there was a button to highlight everything. Cool. Oh yeah, and we still had that thing that we could maybe open with just sheer will.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Put skill points into rhetoric to open this white check. Locked. Alright. I don't know, I'm assuming there will be another option or something else we can use to open that. Unless there's someone inside, and rhetoric will, using that will somehow mean they will open the door for us. This dude is still here.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Interesting.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
So I don't remember, again, I think I've mentioned this before, where because of how the dialogue plays out, or maybe what our intuition tells us through empathy, for instance, I may not have asked this question before. It may just be that this question wasn't here before and it's a new question, so I'm just gonna go with it for now.
Oh yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
To make more banners. What was that about the borscht?
Oh yes, I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
Okay.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
What do you mean by taking the soup to the men? Is it force striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Hold up, who makes it at the whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Something is off about this. I'm going to look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
Sure. He could have just been condescending, but you know, we know better, I guess. Alright, so actually let's have a look at our... Alright, our stats. Volition is 3 because we're down 2, is it? 2 from damage, yeah. Okay. Suggestion 6, everything else at 4, 5, composure at 5 as well. Okay. I may have mentioned this last time, but if I was going to change anything from my initial play or setup of these stats, I would have taken one off intellect and put it onto motorics, I think. As cool as some of these things are, like rhetoric and even conceptualization actually, having composure would have been cool. Anyway, we've got this. Okay, this is where we have our ledger now that we can... Ledger of failure and hatred. Damn. And we can
It's
still
the
interact
ledger
with
you
it.
found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of arson, petty theft. You don't exactly close them.
Alright, so... what was here that's now gone? Ooh, yeah, let's look at our... So this is our task. I hate how this works. It's so weird. I feel like this is a bug really, more than anything else. Special borscht, find the armored gloves. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot to do. And I'm just gonna wander around and do things as I can because so much time has passed and that's my fault really. Oops. I don't remember everything. Alright, so what I kind of do want, I want the one that says this is the important thing. So this one? The one you must truly complete, yeah, that one. And also I think White Morning. Alright, so these two are the ones that I want. I think this is kind of pointless now. But to get rid of it, I need to spend skill points. And do I have skill points? No. Right, that solves that problem. I need to... Hey, buddy.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Okay. Could you help me get a dead body down?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt, a steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
The man was hanged with a cargo belt, the steel reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder, but then to directly blame their workers seems a bit thing. I might just say nothing.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values. But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
He picks up the handset of a radio phone to his right, then clicks a button.
Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down.
Jean-Luc, was that one of the union guys, I assume?
And Jean, please take it easy with the race science. That's a yes to getting the body down, no to the race science.
Oh, is it Measurehead? He hangs up and turns back to you.
You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates. He's the big impressive one. You know, tattoos, muscles, ethnic looking. Can't miss him. Great guy.
I don't know if I want to ask all of these questions. Let's talk about the gun, I guess.
Yes, your lost gun. My best man. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of...
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
I don't know what I want to say. If I say number 2, wait, the gun may have been bought from Roy's pawn shop. Have your men factored that in? If they hadn't, then maybe that's just a clue that I'm giving them. I will not be blackmailed. I don't care. Does this mean I do things for you? I will get my gun back. Well, let's ask this one first, because I think this is just talking to ourselves.
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Okay. Let's do number 4. Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back?
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
True.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
I'm looking into your shitty brew. I don't want to do that right now. What's in the container that's outside your office?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
There's something special about it. It was attached to the Kvalson crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
I like how Rhetoric wants to get in on this. Alright, talk to
See
him
you
later.
soon.
Alright, cool. Got that done. Let's go see Measurehead. And I still need to remember I want to go see that smoker at 9:30, something like that. I do like this stupid raincoat, and I'm only wearing it because it gives me 1 extra pip of health. It is weird having like my volition at 3 and not 5, simply because I'm working on with 2 damage. The future belongs to Measurehead. Ah, interesting.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Okay. Everett told you to help us get the body down. I like that this is an option. Just going deeper down into that well. Anyway, Everett told you to help us.
So it was. My unpromising race pupil entered the harbor and used my superior to give me orders. I salute your cunning and will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
I mean, it wasn't really much of a cunning plan.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
Aww.
But While I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
Okay, I was thinking we might have to do this. I don't know what it entails, but it may mean that the people from down below try to get in.
That would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union's side.
Ooh. Wait, that means showing everyone that we're taking orders from the Union.
Yes. That is precisely what it means, homunculus. This is not going to happen any other way.
Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
You know what? No.
Fine. Goodbye. Return to your degeneracy.
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
His gaze wanders over the whirling's roof to the yard.
Yes?
Okay, nothing else to talk about, I guess.
What do you want to know?
Now that we've inspected the scene, I want to know more about this pissing competition you mentioned.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the industrial harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Ah, so this is a struggle over who runs Martinez.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words.
Okay.
I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
Is that what we told him we were? I can't remember now.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
So you volunteered to spoil it? I wonder what this says about me, that I was sent by my station. I was sent to teach you a lesson in style. Don't be scared, but I think I might have supernatural abilities.
He opens one hand and looks at it. A moment passes.
Which school do you subscribe to? Mambo or Jambo?
Wait, which is the one where you hear your Thai talk to you?
Mental illness.
Because I have that.
So, the 41st Precinct sent you because you are the most mentally ill out of all the officers at your station?
I don't know, I don't remember any of the others.
Of course.
I like that answer, we'll stay with it. So you volunteered to spoil it.
Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoil sport.
What's special about Martinez?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
Okay.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
But I got experience points.
He's actually glad it's addressed now.
Really? Ooh. Logic formidable. Why did the 41st send me? Sylvie's suicide jokes. Sylvie's suicide jokes. Right, +1 Roy mentioned suicide. Sorry, cop. What is this? These are all like negative things. I also don't know who Roy is. Is that the barkeep? Doesn't even try. There's no harm in doing it, I guess, because I don't know when I'll get more logic on me. Oh, but I can check my tire. Anything for logic. Half-light, rhetoric, +1 logic, there you go. Anything else? No. Alright. Visual, calculus, drama. In the, this was logic, minus authority. Filthy boho, probably a narcomaniac. Anyway. So logic up. Authority down 1. But my authority is kind of okay anyway. Alright. No, wrong guy.
Yes?
Ooh. Hi. It's a 13 roll, so I need 4, 5, 6, 7. I need a 6. Should be okay. Let's do this.
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to Slight, Precinct 57.
Yeah, that makes more sense than the other stuff I thought of. Wait, really? What then that conversation that we had with the office kind of, What? No, that can't be right.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late and argues with his necktie. You weren't sent here to win.
Okay, but what if my precinct sent me on this case because I'm a fuck up? Like, as a joke.
I've considered it.
Oh, so it's true?
It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
Why is that?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
But a win is to not have to do it, isn't it? Isn't that the win? So if, as he said, rather than being able to get control of Martinez, you have to be in control of Martinez. You have to police it. So is that really sending someone good? Is that really the answer? Ah, so you are their finest.
I am the finest of nothing.
Do you really see me as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there.
That's kind of... sometimes you can just coast through.
So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Oh. Thanks, game. Alright, let's try a different way of getting this thing down. What's in my journal then? Getting the body down. Go to Mitch head on the case and I'll see him to get the body down. But I don't want to do it this way. I could just pull it down. Trust me, I feel like I would rather have that than measure head. Do it. I think. We'll settle and see how day 2 goes. If that means... Oh, can I talk to him?
Right to work! Right to...
Anyone new? Anyone new? Anyone at all? old lady.
Lowman, you called
Okay.
me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
I've used up my questions apparently.
An old monument stand.
Sometimes it's really cool how the video kind of fades in and out of dialogue. Ah, we have the car again.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Run your fingers over one of the steering levers.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Pick up the radio again.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Can I connect to Sylvie again?
Just a second, officer.
She's gonna be annoying her now.
Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes. Hello?
Hey, it's the police again.
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
Did I ask this? Hey, I found my patrol cloak earlier, but have you seen my policeman uniform?
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
Yeah, disco. Alright, well, nothing new.
You hear the call breaking up on the other end of the radio, and then the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
I thought that was going to be different for some reason.
57.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Let's go, Kim. I don't know where we're going. Can any of you guys like help me bring a body down? Do I really need to be in debt to Everett and what's his name? I think there's a lot that we can infer that happened, with the Union boys probably killing the dude, but what else happens from there, like involving this other 8th person, the lady, that's part of the Union group. That's interesting. I wonder if Joyce can help us with this.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
I could use a coat like that.
Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy. What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day.
Ah, well. Shame. No, don't tell me we have to do this thing for this dude that I don't want to do. I am so tempted to just drag the body down. As much as Kim doesn't want me to do it. I'm surprised we can't just shoot the body down again. I assume we have quite a few bullets. Maybe if I put more stats into was it hand-eye coordination, then maybe that will help. Let's go see if I can do anything. I want to talk to the person up there as well. Somehow.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. As you narrow your eyes, only the lower extremities are pink with a...
I see it.
The monster comes back.
So, what do you think?
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. The material, delicate and fragile. They feel these are clearly not boots. They're armor. Possibly part of...
Indeed. Ceramic plate under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's piece by piece. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form.
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security... No. Your first instinct...
A small
It's anything but. This material is a
faint, like the scales of some ancient white monster. Cracked and purred. The cadaver slowly twists on the...
So I can't do that either. Interesting.
Fuck, does Kuno care? Kuno does...
Just wanted to see if, like, so I know we can talk to the guy at 9 o'clock, I think. I make it sound like it's going to be the most important discussion ever. So I wonder what the point of coming up here is. Like, so what? I can come up here. It's not like I can actually... Wait, where does this go? Does it actually go anywhere? I can't even see. Can I turn the camera or something? Zoom out. Pretty sure there's a path here. Yeah, but if I go here, there's still... I can't go anywhere else though, can I? All it does is take me here, and it's not like it's any different. I can't do anything here.
Yes?
Interesting, interesting. Just trying to see if I can see into the other section on the left there, where the woman is, but nah, to no avail. Alright, so let's check what time is the... We can talk to the cook right now. I think... Smoker on the balcony, 9 o'clock. Okay. Let's go talk to the cook first, and then come through here. Ooh. Money.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
What's in the borscht just making up there?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak.
Yes.
Borscht need more vodka?
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Vodka borscht! I love it, Bratan! Turn it the fuck up and then ask for some yourself.
Okay.
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
Don't mind saying to turn it up. But this is gonna be my fault, isn't it? And the guy's gonna be pissed off as well. Why I'm so tempted to say turn it up. I am debating. I don't want to do this one because that's kind of boring. So it's either going to be yes or no. Yes, obviously could cause mayhem. Would they blame me? Kim might. Going the chaotic route. I feel like I've chosen to play a character that's not going to be chaotic because the past was already chaotic. Yeah, so let's go with no. No vodka.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
Leo said you're friends with Banana. Is that true?
The mention of mañana gets his attention.
Mañana.
He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again.
Continue.
They're friends?
I just like how I just randomly goes, they're friends. And that's it? Really? Okay. I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. Alright, so what's my 5 more points? I don't know what I prefer. I feel like I prefer thoughts over other skills.
Can I help you?
No, guard. That's not Roy. Sometimes the game is very tricky with its maneuvering. Kim, wanna sleep?
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
No time to rest yet. Does that mean that door connects both Kim's room and my room? It's a shared bathroom then. Which I don't think Kim uses. What Kim's room? No?
The door is closed.
I just love that statement. The door is closed. Move on.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why?
Alright, let's try and rest until 9. If we can. Can we choose
The
a
worn
time?
and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
What? No. I want to pass time now. No. What do we do now? Crap. I've got 2 hours to spare before 9 o'clock. How do I burn time?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
You can try that some other time.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
Huh, this looks like it could be a path or something. Oh wait, the guy's gone.
A rusting control panel. This panel usually closes the water lock.
Other choice. It's a lot of autosaves. I actually made quite a lot of manual saves as well. I can do this, I guess. Ah. I do not like this. I do not like this.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go. Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
It's gonna peace out. What are they gonna do?
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
Continue.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Yeah, we're the law around here.
Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
Cool.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I've seen enough of that dead body.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
I'm not quite sure that's the... I don't know. Right question. I'll work for whoever I want. Yes, I'm an unbelievably corrupt cop. I am corrupt every opportunity I get. It's none of your business. The problem I have with this is that we talked to this guy before, and we were like, you know, okay-ish to be on his side. So to then be like this is kind of, that's none of your business.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then,
okay,
the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
Tell yourself whatever you need to feel happy, but there has been no side choosing. We did what we had to do.
And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
And then you keep that up and watch me betray you. The simplest, like... Oh wait. Oh wow, there's a thing there. Man, did I just have to stand here? It's an item there in the box on the right there. Oh wow. Alright, let's go deal with the body. I will say I was surprised at the I guess the scab people didn't what the wait, what? Can I go down the stairs? Wait, I have no idea what happened there. Hey buddy, how are you?
Right to work.
Oh, you don't care anymore.
Right.
Okay. Actually, I didn't actually read his thing.
Right to work. Right to work. Shame on you.
No, the shame on you wasn't for us. Well, we got that, so... Body is down. I don't know why Kuno was laughing, but... Let's hope he didn't mess with the body. Did he just... smack the tree down? Hey, are you okay?
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
Yeah, I don't care. Number 4, I guess. Wish I could have been here to see it. Now I have some questions.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonort.
That was it.
Kuno doesn't...
Okay. That wasn't really much. Let's do the body.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's
Finally.
gently laid on one side.
It's gently laid on one side. Huh, interesting. But finally, after two days, almost 20 hours of gameplay time, basically, the body has been lowered. It's on the ground now. Why would you say it's beautiful? Well, it's down. I don't know why you would celebrate either.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
Yay, a field autopsy?
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
Okay.
The RCM's 4-phase murder scene processing manual.
Continue.
The fuck are they on about?
Don't you worry, Kuno.
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Don't we have someone else to cut his shit up on?
It's not about cutting. And no, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work.
Yes, but are all detectives the same, though? Like, do you think all detectives can actually do that? Do their job well as well? Questions. Wait, honorary rank?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able, usually after 5 to 8 years of field work. Mine is lieutenant detective.
I see. Yes, I feel like a detective.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now,
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
First, what exactly is a field autopsy?
come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
I mean, I don't know about that.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Why don't you know? What use are you?
You must have me confused with the Copperpedia.
Copperpedia.
You, sir, you are the Copperpedia.
Alright, let's do this then.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Okay.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
We just fill this in, right?
That's right.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the protocol.
Sweet. Open your ledger at the field autopsy form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Begin with 1 assistant.
That's you.
Only the first question and I already don't know the answer.
Not an energetic start to an autopsy, I agree.
Pig's messed up. Kuno feels pity.
Just leave it empty, officer.
Leave it empty.
The corpse lies there, indifferent to your retrograde amnesia. The next box says...
Coroner's case number?
KK57-0803.0815.
Okay.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
Shouldn't we file the coroner's case under me? Technically, I arrived at the scene before you.
And what would that make the alphanumeric?
I have no idea.
I do. KK57 dash.
Don't
Next.
interrupt him. I'm not gonna let him finish. Upstage me like that. Wait. Why did the time change? Or the date change? See how is KK57 0803 0815, but then now it's KK57 0503 0815, and the date is the one that's changed from either the 8th of March It's the 5th of March. But I did arrive first, so is that why he changed it? So it's a joint one now. Oh, that's cool. So he, yeah, maybe. Interesting.
NA.
Name.
Next. NA.
Date of birth. Age.
Roughly 50.
Roughly 50.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
I mean, it is. Race.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
Write it down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex.
Fucky, fucky!
The little monster exclaims energetically.
Male.
Pigs can have sex?
Oh. I'm so tempted. Oh man, I am so tempted. I think the thing that's really bugging me is like if we didn't start off as someone with this like negative past and all this like behavioral problems that then led to us giving ourselves amnesia pretty much, I'd be happier to just mess around. But because that was the beginning and because we're trying to be, I guess, kind of like a better person through our actions, through empathy and all that, I'm gonna write 1.
Naively, the lieutenant does not double-check your notes.
Naively.
El bigo mistako, Lieutenant!
I'm sorry. Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th, 51.
Okay.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
Why is the body identified by non-applicable?
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
What exactly is treatment anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
Don't overdo it. It's okay to be unsure.
Wait, what? Okay. I'm not so sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dogwalkers.
He places his hand on the dead man's chest as if in preparation.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosenkrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed.
Okay.
Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
Damn, that's a lot.
We should start the post-mortem.
Turn the page.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
External examination. Summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodin, I think. Let's see.
He turns the body onto its side to check the underwear label. Okay.
See, it's happening.
Babrodin, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The red-haired thing. Alright, write it down.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
I'm not quite sure about that. I think removal of the boots will be left to me.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
When am I gonna get them?
Patience. After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. After the lieutenant has gone to sleep. I hope this has helped you, my liege.
After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. Omit.
Tattoos.
He stands up, feet planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
I was wondering who he was talking about when he said assistant, and then I realized it was me. Write it down.
The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Write it down.
Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing.
Write it down.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
I don't want to touch the cop's hair, so write it down.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
We know by who.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
High velocity.
Ligature mark.
The lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Oh yeah, I'm prepared.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Okay. Good thing we got these.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
Cut to a minigame.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Oh. Oh, I'm gonna suck so much at this. And I can't even... Look for a good spot.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the yeast.
Continue.
The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now. like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
Yeah, interfacing gave instructions. Cool. I'm not your pig, Kuno.
You are? You're Kuno's pig?
Concentrate on the belt, not on who is whose pig. There is no pig. There are only the chain cutters and the belt.
I'm tempted to say this as well, but never mind. We should be good.
After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow.
Press down.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
The lieutenant has kneeled closer, running his finger along the dark groove until there is a gap.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Okay.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
Oh.
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Inspect.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch.
Yeah, I kind of wish I did do that now. Write it down and move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Okay.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
That's a lot.
Last item, hands.
He takes the man's right hand in his, inspects it, then moves on to the other hand. Pick up the hand.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
Oh no, not this again. My name is...
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
Nothing. I got nothing.
Nothing does. This was pleasurable. I sincerely thank you for touching my hand.
Okay.
We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Write it down.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Oh, not even better. Internal.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
I don't know.
You don't even have a joke.
Oh. Nope.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
Okay.
Respiratory system.
He begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Look inside.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Look deeper.
It's hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. A contraction. Your throat pumps a little something from your stomach and into your mouth. You're forced to swallow, just to keep looking.
Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have done that.
Inside, you see darkness. Just a mess of meat and darkness.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
Okay, write it down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Why?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think so.
Neither am I.
And that's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Fine.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Okay.
Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sign of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around, to the ground, the pool of feces there.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
What about the injuries we have inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
This is a team effort?
You mean the spin-stabilized munition from a Kill A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung?
Yes.
That was not a team effort. I just missed my shot. Also, let's not mention it. Muddies the water.
I agree. The waters are muddy enough.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
I mean, Kuno, I mean, like, I find it hard to believe you understand what's happening right now.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
What?
Now, injuries.
Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Okay.
And your opinion, officer?
Beneath the description, there are 2 boxes waiting to be ticked. A. Opinion fatal injury. B. Non-fatal postmortem. Non-fatal.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
The perpetrator.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Write it down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal.
Right. Next?
What's the 4th injury?
Nothing. Just in case.
Okay. Ligature mark. Finish the autopsy.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Wait, I forget. This was also post-mortem, wasn't it? That we thought this was... The ligature was post-mortem, wasn't it? A dark red... Oops. Oops. A dark red braided ligature mark encircling the neck, with the gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured. The cervical column is intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin above and below the ligature mark. The depth of the mark 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck. Like, so it was basically post-mortem. Okay.
He is deep in thought, eyes fixed on the bright red ring around the dead man's neck.
Okay.
Why do you say that?
But I thought we already discussed this. I don't think this is what killed him.
Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal?
I arrived at this conclusion through the psychic arts. I can't shake the feeling he was doing something else when he died. Why wouldn't his hands died? A big man like this, I would tie his hands when marching him to the gallows. There's no reason, it's just a random guess. I feel like he was doing something else.
I'm not usually one to go for these hunches, but I think I agree. I thought we had our cause of death here, officer. Now I think we should leave it empty, at least for the time being.
I'm somewhat confused because I thought we already knew this or discussed this.
Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
First, how did it go?
It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But, personally, I do not see this as a parameter for success.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
And max velocity.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
So I didn't get to actually talk to the body like I did previously. Or pull the boots off.
For processing.
He's thinking, did I miss something?
Don't read the nonsense I wrote.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
I can just leave. Okay. Tell me something then, man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Oh. At the autopsy you said you have ancient mysteries.
Oh yes, Kobo mi Lobo. In the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways. Ancient materials buried.
Yeah, but to where, brother?
Just a small gulp away, my beloved Kobo. A small gulp away.
Okay, enough.
Come back later, Kobo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Try to remove the dead man's boots.
I thought we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
Damn it. This is turning into some sort of mega puzzle. Okay, so you can sneak out of your room maybe, after he's gone to sleep.
Look in the mouth. Didn't establish probable cause. Perception 3 low. White check. Let's leave first. Just in case you want the boots. Okay, so I have 2 points, I think, or just the one. I have 2, yes. First things first. Volition, learning cap. More or less dialogue options. Heal 1, raise 5/5. I do like this one. Learning cap for perception. Speed gives one side. -1 empathy. Volumetric. feel like this is pointless, to be honest with you. Plus 1 real seems a bit whatever, considering you don't have a lot of ultra level dialogue options anyway. Or I could just unlock more. Let's just unlock more actually. Jamais-vous? Let's do it. Okay. So I'm gonna stick with that. And then one more skill point that I could put in. I could put in perception. Seems a bit of a waste though. I could put in hand-eye coordination, which I kind of like. Or composure. So perception's up to 5 I can put in. Composure 3, suggestions 6, 7, 8. So 6, 7, 8, 9 I can go up to. It's so hard to try and figure out what I want to spend these points on. I can wear boots. It should mean I get more. +1 means what I get +2 real per thing instead. Although I just don't see the money though, so. Interesting, interesting. Don't know why Inland Empire is coming out in that. Okay. Get boots off the victim. This will be devilishly tricky. Really? Find the armored gloves. Talk to the girl. Alright. Okay. Add more beauty to the wall. Okay, so we'll leave the body there for now. We're almost at time to talk to the dude at 9 o'clock. So we can do that. Have to burn an hour, unfortunately. And that will be the next session, because we can just leave the body there, I assume, and we'll be fine. Because I want to get the boots, obviously. I haven't talked to Kuno S in a while.
Trying to sneak up on me again?
Alright, so if I leave it here, then I should know to go up there. I don't think there's anything in my journal that I need to figure out right now. And so and then Wednesday will come. Working class husband. Find Morale the cryptozoologist. Smoke around the balcony. Yeah, that's the one. You need to find 20 real to pay for your room at the Whirling, or it will be locked after 9. Wait. Oh, it'll just be locked. I can pay that now at least. Because I think last time it worked like that, where it was locked, and Kim had to sell those spinners to pay for my room. So I can just pay that now, get that out of the way. Oh, disco. Disco.
Can I help you?
About the bill?
Got the 20 real.
Yeah, 20 real.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Right, really? And it's just gonna be a thing every single day, I assume. Like, the next day. It'll be the same thing. Wherever it is. Okay. Man, trying to burn time is really hard.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
It's weird that you can't just burn time. I would have thought you'd be able to. Maybe Joyce has something to say now that the body is down. I'm just looking at how slow time passes when you're not in a scene doing something.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Alright, well, that's that. I think I will stop it there for this session. It's a bit shorter this session. I knew it was going to be a bit shorter, unfortunately. As much as I would like to just continue playing. I think the nature of being a somewhat slow game at times where you're like, now I'm trying to just burn time until 9 o'clock. Really, I wasn't going to do like the measure head thing, but it felt like there's no way to just burn time easily. Oh. Okay. Okay. I think for you here right now. Interesting.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. No one answers.
We should return in the evening, at 9 p.m. the earliest.
Okay, Kim. Well, that's about it for me for this session. It's been good fun. We got the body down. We finally actually got the body down, did the full autopsy, and didn't really tell us anything we didn't know. I was confused a little bit about the whole negation, because I thought we had already talked about how that wasn't the case. That wasn't what killed the dude from last time, but maybe I misremember or I'm thinking of something different. But regardless, we're here and we're gonna talk to that guy in a bit. Oh man, time moves so slowly. I still have my skill point, which I'm gonna leave for now. Undecided of what I don't think I ever know which one I want to pump up really. And like I said, if anything, sometimes these thoughts feel better. Although having seen some of them right now, I feel like there are quite a few that I could do without. Like this is kind of although volition being high is kind of okay, but then my cap was already kind of 5 anyway. This was kind of whatever as well. This one is okay if I do get a lot of money, but I don't think I do. This was purely for the body really. So yeah. Wait. Did I? So I didn't have... So I only had 5 previously. Okay. Oh well. We got it. We're sorted. We will stop here and then come back. Next time I'll make a new save. And then we'll be back sometime soon, hopefully, to continue. As I really do want to play more of the game and really get going with the game. For this only day 2 and we finally, after 20 hours, got the body down and did our full autopsy. Alright, that's it for me for this session. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time, hopefully much sooner than the last couple of times. See ya.